Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Counting on Jill Duggar slammed for being cheap to kids. Counting on alum Jill Duggar Dillard is getting called out following her latest act of kindness with Derek. The married couple has been sharing positive content on their social media over the past few months. They're currently on a healing journey after a heartbreaking miscarriage last April. They recently went shopping to give back to the less fortunate. However, not many are impressed by what they did. Keep reading to see why. Counting on. Jill Duggar shares current status with parents. One of Jill's latest updates was her IG stories Q&A. The Counting on alum gave updates about her status with Jim, Bob, and Michelle. According to the mother of three, things are still complicated between them, but she feels like they're in a rebuilding phase, adding that they still have healthy boundaries. Jill also revealed that they still try to hang out whenever they can, showing that their relationship is heading in a positive direction. Jill slammed for being cheap to kids. Some Redditors call out Jill Duggar Dillard after sharing a clip of Derek shopping at the Dollar Tree for Operation Christmas Child. The Counting on alums bought shoes to give to children. However, not a lot of fans are happy with their efforts. According to some, shoes and other items at the Dollar Tree are known for being the cheapest, not just in price, but also in quality. The poster also mentioned that Alyssa Bates Webster did the same, but she at least went to Walmart to purchase gifts. You can get Crayola and some decent art supplies at Dollar Tree, but other than that, it's garbage. Don't send these kids garbage. If you won't do it right, don't do it at all. My NIL did one of these one year, and it was full of thrifted items. Everything was used, obviously used. I was shocked and grossed out. How Christian to buy items that were likely created in poor countries, by children in some cases, to give right back to them. They probably think they're doing it right by not just cleaning out items around their house for it. It's still mostly trash, though. I took my kid there a few weeks ago and let him pick out a few toys. All of it either didn't work or fell apart within a week. Counting on. Jill Duggar shares Halloween party with kids. Aside from their shopping day, Jill Duggar Dillard also took to social media to share a clip from their Halloween day. The Counting on alum went trick or treating with her kids. Sam and Israel dressed up as energy drinks, while Jill and Derek dressed up as a garbage collector and a trash bag. Jill said, "Hope you stayed safe and had fun yesterday and aren't dealing with too much sugar overload fallout today." Jill Duggar Dillard, a name synonymous with the Duggar family's tightly knit and complex history, has faced her fair share of criticism and public attention. Once a star on the TLC show Counting On, Jill has evolved from the obedient Duggar daughter under her parents' strict watch to an independent mother and advocate with her own voice. However, with that independence and transition has come a barrage of scrutiny, particularly when it comes to her parenting style. Recently, a storm erupted on social media as Jill faced backlash for what some fans labeled as being cheap towards her kids. This controversy has raised questions not only about Jill's personal choices as a mother, but also the fine line public figures walk between sharing their authentic lives and navigating the often unkind world of internet commentary. The roots of frugality, a Duggar tradition. To understand why Jill's parenting choices might lean towards frugality, it's essential to revisit her upbringing. Jill was raised in a household where money was stretched across 19 children. Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar instilled the importance of frugality in their children early on, with thriftiness practically woven into the family's DNA. Hand-me-downs, homemade meals, and second-hand toys were staples of the Duggar household. The Duggars famously preached financial conservatism and self-sufficiency on their shows, 19 Kids and Counting and later Counting On. The children were homeschooled and raised with strict budgeting lessons that were presented as both religious values and practical necessity. This upbringing undoubtedly influenced Jill's approach to money management as she transitioned to adulthood and motherhood. However, while many fans lauded the Duggars for their cost-effective lifestyle, this same approach, when adapted by Jill as an adult, has not always been met with understanding or approval. Jill's parenting choices under the microscope. The backlash began after Jill shared a video on her Instagram account showcasing a day in her life with her kids. The video, meant to give a glimpse into a typical day in the Dillard household, showed her sons, Israel, Samuel, and Frederick, engaging in simple activities. They played with toys that were visibly well-loved and partook in creative, budget-friendly activities such as making crafts out of recycled materials and playing outside with sticks and rocks. While many followers praise Jill for promoting imaginative play and spending quality time with her kids, others criticized her for being cheap and depriving her children of more elaborate experiences. One commenter wrote, "It's sad that they don't get to experience what most kids have these days. They deserve better." Another chimed in with, "I get being thrifty, but there's a difference between frugal and just cheap." The most pointed criticism came after Jill posted a birthday celebration video for her son Samuel. Instead of a lavish party with balloons, cake tiers, and mountains of presents, the video showed a modest gathering with homemade decorations and a small, family-baked cake. While some fans admired her simplicity and saw it as a healthy alternative to today's over-the-top party culture, others called it a disservice to her children, suggesting that Jill was cutting corners at the expense of their happiness. Jill's response to the criticism. Jill, never one to shy away from addressing her critics, responded with her trademark candor. She took to her blog to share her perspective on the situation. "I grew up in a home where we valued the simple things in life. It wasn't about the money or the size of the party, but about the people we were with and the memories we made. That's what I try to teach my boys," Jill wrote. She elaborated on how her life with husband Derek Dillard, who has worked various jobs including law and ministry, had its own financial limitations. The couple has been open about their budget-conscious lifestyle as they work toward long-term goals such as paying off student loans and saving for their children's future. "We're not in the business of trying to keep up with what everyone else is doing. We're teaching our kids gratitude for what they have and finding joy in the little things," Jill added. Many fans rallied behind Jill, sharing their own stories of choosing to parent in a more minimalist way. "As a mom who's had to get creative during tough times, I really respect you," one supporter commented. "We don't need more toys, we need more love and laughter." Another user praised Jill for setting an example of resourcefulness, writing, "Your kids will remember the laughter and the love more than they'll remember any toy or party decoration." The double-edged sword of social media. Jill's situation highlights the double-edged sword of social media for public figures. While platforms like Instagram and YouTube allow influencers and former reality TV stars to share their lives in an authentic way, they also invite unsolicited judgments from countless strangers. For Jill, who has walked the delicate path of separating from her family's public image while still leveraging that notoriety, the scrutiny is particularly intense. The critique also sheds light on the broader cultural conversation about parenting and what constitutes a good childhood. In an age where social media showcases perfectly curated birthday parties and expensive playrooms, there is a growing pressure on parents to meet these unattainable standards. Jill's approach, which focuses on teaching contentment and resourcefulness, clashes with this culture, inviting both praise and criticism. Finding the balance, parenting in the public eye for Jill. The choice to be open about her life comes with both rewards and challenges. She's chosen to keep some aspects of her life private, while still sharing enough to maintain her connection with her audience. It's a balancing act between giving fans a peek behind the curtain and preserving her family's dignity and autonomy. The backlash against Jill Duggar Dillard for her cheap approach to raising her kids underscores a key tension between public perception and personal values. While it's easy to judge from the outside, the truth is that every family operates under its own set of rules, shaped by history, finances, and values. For Jill, those values stem from her upbringing but are molded by her unique journey into independence and motherhood. Whether you see her choices as frugal or just plain cheap, there's no denying that Jill remains committed to being an intentional, thoughtful mother. And in a world saturated with excessive displays of wealth and competition, perhaps there's something refreshingly genuine about her way of raising kids who find magic in the simple things.